We are a sustainable luxury business that essentially does three things. We rescue raw materials, we transform them into pretty amazing things, and then we donate 50% of the profits to charities associated with the waste. We basically fell in love with London's decommissioned fire hoses. For us, really, we wanted to kind of reverse the design process. We started calling it backwards design from day one. So instead of thinking of it in a linear term, like you have an idea, you acquire the materials to achieve that idea, and then you don't really care what happens at the end, we thought we'll start at the end and we'll think about what is the most incredible aspect of this raw material and what could it possibly become. So what we did discover when we were doing our research is that fire hose is made of nitrile rubber, and this is a material that a lot of other luxury businesses use in some of their collections as an alternative to leather. And we thought, why don't we think of it from the perception that we could actually change the luxury industry? Because the luxury industry, the history of it used to be about, provenance and authenticity and delivering some kind of exceptional utility. So Louis Vuitton was about travel, and Hermes was about the best saddles, and Burberry was about this incredible gabardine fabric and the trench coat. And for us, we thought, well, why don't we really honor the fire hose and really elevate that and change people's perception of waste through the medium of fire hose? And the only way to do that is if we fill it with all kinds of love and craftsmanship and care, and we make it as appealing to everyone else as it is to us. We don't do seasons because the fire hose is red. A wallet is a wallet, and that shape has been perfected by many brands over time. So why don't we make the best fire hose wallet that there ever would possibly be? And that's kind of the core principle of what we call utilitarian design. And then we want people to cherish these things long term. So we will guarantee it for the first year, and then we will be here to repair these items for life. For us, we're so committed to reclamation that we will take a coffee sack apart strand by strand, and we will use those strings of a retired coffee sack to tie any labels onto our products. The labels that we make for the products are made from pieces of cardboard that we cut from shoe boxes that we collect from a local shoe store. And a lot of our packaging is made from tea sack that we rescue from Yorkshire tea. If we decide to take a material on, we know that it's a big commitment. And several years ago, we started looking at leather waste. Each year, 800,000 tons of leather is wasted, and it's just offcut. But we knew there had to be a life for this material. And we came up with a set of principles that really took us down the route we're in now. We said, look, it has to be designed for deconstruction. It has to help us deliver the circular economy. We want it to be made, to be unmade, to be remade again. And we also want it to fulfill our values. So 50% of the profits from what we do with leather go to renewable energy projects. And once we'd been working with the leather for a while, we were approached by Burberry. And they said, we love what you're doing. We would love you to help us. And we thought, wow, this is brave and exciting of them to engage with us in this way. We launched late last year a 5-year partnership with the Burberry Foundation. One of the reasons we're really excited to work with Modafirma is that we know that fashion is the second most polluting industry in the world, and yet within that space, and there is incredible sustainable luxury, there are unbelievable brands who are making commitments to employment, to energy use, to locally sourced materials, to really changing the way we consider our clothes and consider the items that we bring into our lives. And what Modafirma is doing is helping these brands bring those stories to life. And it's fantastic that they're doing that, because a lot of brands like ourselves are small, and we're sometimes a little bit focused on the impact that we have rather than being our best storyteller. So it's fantastic for us to engage with a platform like Modafirma, which is a storytelling platform that can really celebrate the best things that are happening in this industry. All of these decisions that we made were very natural decisions for Elvis and I to make. And I think it's interesting that they have come together to create a cohesive story that is now, I guess, a 13-year-old business. It's been a long, winding road for us, but it has always been fun, and it's always been values-driven, which is why I think we're still here, and we're still so happy with it, and we're still really proud to share the story and also to see where we can go next.